Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of r/slash Raised by Narcissists. In today's episode, saw a dad in the store shopping for back-to-school stuff. I am a mandatory reporter and have some thoughts. Mourning my lost self. Before we get started, make sure to subscribe so you will never miss a video. So let's get started. Saw a dad in the store shopping for back-to-school stuff. She looked like she was 14 or 15. We were all in the underwear aisle. She looked so embarrassed. She turned to him and said, "Dad, I need underwear." He looked at her, then said, "Do you want me to turn around?" She said yes in the smallest voice. He turned his back to her. She looked through the underwear, got what she wanted and put it in the cart. Then she said, "I'm finished." He turned around and said, "Honey, if you're uncomfortable with me doing something like this with you, just tell me. I can go do something else. I don't want you to feel embarrassed. I know it's weird to be in this aisle with your dad. In fact, I think you're old enough to come back here by yourself next time." She smiled and said, "Thanks, Dad." He smiled back and said, "Thanks for not asking me if they were cute like you did with your dresses." I almost cried. Like I laughed, but tears welled up in my eyes. He respected her privacy and rights as an individual. He respected her boundaries. He acknowledged her feelings and validated them. He encouraged her and her independence. My dad never did those things. He was gross. He asked me very invasive questions. Seeing that reminded me that my dad *kid, but that there are awesome dads in the world. To all you awesome dads out there, thanks. I am a mandatory reporter and have some thoughts. Trigger warning: bullying teachers in school. To all those mandatory reporters from my schooling. I know what your job was. I know what you were taught to look for. Shame on you. You saw children struggling. Children who were too thin. Children who didn't have homework with them pretty much daily. Children who didn't have backpacks. Children who were falling asleep constantly. Children with bruises. Children who were too afraid to speak in public. Children who were constantly wide-eyed, jittery, and shell-shocked. Children who didn't have clothes that were clean and who were unbathed. Children who never seemed to make friends for very long. And what did you do? You bullied them. You told them they were dumb. That they needed to shower and telling them they smell bad in front of the whole class. That you were sad their parents had to deal with them. That they shouldn't be staying up so late. That their efforts in school weren't good enough in front of everyone. That their parents would be mad when they found out that they forgot their backpack again. None of these things in your mind were things the parent should be in charge of. You knew these put together were signs of abuse and neglect. And you did nothing. My sisters and I deserved better. I remember all of your names and faces. Shame on you. Mourning my lost self. I'm 54, and only now understanding the consequences that growing up with emotional neglect and a narcissist mother has had on me. I went to a performance of young dancers just beginning their careers. The audience was packed with friends and families whose shouts of love, support, enthusiasm, and pride broke my heart. They were taking these young people seriously, truly acknowledging the talent and holding open the possibility of their success in the future. The audience was seeing these young people as gifted, talented professionals already. I never had that. I was smart, creative, and talented. I had some teachers who encouraged me. But the damage done at home of being constantly dismissed and made to feel like nothing, I never learned to take myself seriously. I said no to opportunities because I didn't believe in people's kindness. Chose to drink instead of study. Walked away from jobs that asked me to do more or be better. And I lacked any emotional resilience that is necessary for being truly successful in any field. I did okay. But I saw clearly what I lost, and I'm grieving deeply. If you made it to the end of the video, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe and share, and we will see you in the next video.